I have a box.
Saw you with a box. What was in the box?
Whoa, relax, guy. It's just a box. Or is it? Welcome to Backyard Ants, where everything that happens here is for the colony. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and press subscribe too. Also, go ahead and hit the bell icon. This box is actually from Stateside Ants, and I was thrilled to receive it, because inside was a colony I haven't seen in a long time. At least I've never seen it out in the wild, except for that one time when I was a kid in my parents' backyard. Back then, I called the species giant ants, because they were the largest ants I had seen in person at the time. So having them in my living room now was an absolute joy. The scientific name is Camponotus Castaneus. Castaneus? Something like that. The colony is healthy, the queen is active, and the brood looks well. The 3 workers have been doing any task that's been needed. And as you may have seen, I've actually ordered a starter Outworld for the colony as well. I'll tell you more about that some other time. I expected 4 or more workers when they had arrived, but sadly, during transit, 3 of the workers died. And it honestly did break my heart to see that. But this colony is looking to rebound, and I'm going to do anything and everything I can to help them succeed. Now, I don't like to name my colonies until I'm confident that they're going to have some good growth and progress and make it pretty far. And these gals, I've grown pretty confident that they're going to make it pretty far. So I decided to call them the Big Reds. I called them the Big Reds because, well, they're big and they're kind of red. So there's the gum out there, if any of you still know it, called Big Red. So the name seems fitting. Now, I haven't named any of the other queens that I've captured out in the wild around my home or around where I work, because I still want to see how they progress. Many have eggs, many show to be strong, but some seem to have gone backwards in their progress. So I'm going to take my time with naming anyone and committing to their futures. Okay, back to the Big Reds though. So looking at the brood, this colony appears to be on track for a really good rebound, taking a strong step. Oh, I also added white sand to their Outworld. I wanted it to contrast with their reddish color, but I think I'm going to replace it with regular sand sometime in the near future. This white sand sticks to their bodies real easily, and it's just kind of weird, and I just want them to be healthy. But back to the brood. Between any of the eggs, the larvae, there's double digits from what I've counted on members of the growing nursery. And some of the larvae seem primed to take that next step into their development. So hopefully that happens soon as well. If you look here, you see the workers kind of exploring what had just happened to their Outworld. It was just empty, clear plastic everywhere. Then suddenly there's this weird white sandy stuff. Not enough to live in, but enough to make them curious. That's why some of them poke their heads near the entrance, accidentally drags them in. Oh, there it is, my pen. I wanted to help illustrate how big these ants were. Now, obviously they're not that big if you look at the grand chart of species of ants around the world. But for what I've seen in my home state of Missouri and where I live now, Iowa, they're a pretty healthy size. Speaking of size, look at that queen. Just covering all her children. Well, the young ones at least. So, to give a better picture of their size, let me move this tack just a little closer to the queen. Come on. There we go. She's a healthy size. And I'm sure some of you going, a pen? A push pen? Really? To me, that's pretty big. And before I discovered the black carpenter ants that are pretty common in the Midwest, this was really the biggest ant I'd ever seen. Now I'd say they're tied. And honestly, I think it's their size that makes it difficult for them to exist. They become bigger targets for large insects, predators, or even smaller ants. And to help this captive colony survive, I've actually left them a delicious and deserving gift. but we'll talk about that more next time. For the colony.